Alright, welcome back to the next part of today's episode of Art Time, where today we're going to be finishing up this here drawing. Which, just now is just coloring the background, shading, texturing that, and then doing the effects and whatnot. So, before we begin, if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like and subscribe for more. So, now then, we have been at work, unfortunately. So, now that we're back home, let's go on ahead and draw these scenes here. So, I gotta figure out what kind of, color here we want to go for. I want to go for a bit of a greenish color here. I don't know the names for these areas yet, but they will have names at some point. For now, though, we're just going to go on ahead, color them, and leave it at that. Because it's going to be a while before we can get to that particular area and story. Not until Sunday. Well, at the time that this comes out, then, yeah, technically speaking, it will already have been given a name. But as I've said before, given the fact that this is, Wednesday? This is Wednesday, so, that means that this is going to be a relatively, lengthy time in between now and Sunday before I need to come up with a name for these areas. Which I will at some point, but not now, obviously, because we don't need to do it yet. Or not then, I should say. After... You know what I'm trying to say. I don't need to try to beat around the bush. That doesn't need to be beat around. So, the areas here are simple. One is a more water-based area, safer to walk through, slightly less treacherous, but, still has relatively same ranked creatures as this area does, depending on certain situations. And the other one's a bit more like, cragged lava. You'll see once we've gotten to the coloring part, or you've already have seen because of the, Now this is a hill. That's not what I want you to do. I want you to do this, which we will be using the same color for, but we won't worry about it yet until we get to the shading portion. Yes, today I have been thinking about the future episodes that I have in mind for this series. I can't wait to get to some of them. Considering the fact that we've got a significant amount of plot to have to create and work through, and it's going to be a relatively, slow process before we get to any of the later plot lines, which makes sense, really. Okay, that's the ocean, or at least part of the ocean. It makes sense given the fact that we still have a significant amount of episodes to make. This is only episode 5, by the way, as you can see by the V. So we still got a lot more time left before we get to all 24 episodes. And since we're doing, at this point, one every other month until we get to episode 12, which will be 6 every 8 months, then, it is going to take a while. But when this ends, I think, technically speaking, Elementals Reborn will probably end first, depending on where the hell I have Nova Guardians ending. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh yeah, that's right, I don't have forgot that we need to have sky here. Right, of course, how could I forget? Because technically speaking, this is completely different skies. One is blue with rain. The other is not blue and probably going to be a bit more reddish, if I were to have to take a wild guess. Alright, let's see. Let's bring that down to here and bring you up right over here. There we go. Alright, what was... yes, you were the sky. I don't have the sky in here yet. Now we do. Alright, good. Great. I can't imagine this is going to take too long. Should be a more bluish green. That's not what I wanted. And there's also going to be clouds and whatnot here. Let's just say that this particular part of the area is shrouded by certain things. Now, obviously, with this being an alien planet, there are many things that are completely different from what Earth is like. In this area that they are in currently, the sky here is shrouded by clouds on both areas. One area with like this area we're working on right now, is constantly shrouded in clouds that rains upon the land, which would probably be like a marshland-esque kind of area. It is always, this particular kind of sky color. Wait a minute. I probably should save that color, because if I'm doing this again, I want to try to keep these colors the way they need to be. Is that a different... Did I just copy a different one? Well, just in case I did, I'm going to go on ahead and do that again. No, it seems like it's the same as it ever was. Yep. Alright, good, great. Okay, now we can put these in. Yeah, I think that's what I did. I stopped that on the first one. Yes, the cloudy nature of this area. Takes over a little bit of the land, but doesn't go too far out. But the fog here, i.e. this thing, which is technically the sky, definitely does make... Oops. I guess that works too. Clouds number 2. Alright, there we go. I don't know what this is going to be called, but I guess what I can do is take this back over to here, and we'll just call this NG Marshlands for now. Alright, so that's at least some of that taken care of. We're probably going to have to go back to there and deal with a little bit more of that again. But for now, we're going to go on ahead and get the next side done with. Reset these. Alright, now, if I remember correctly, I think I want a more, like a nice kind of clay-like mesa color or something. With the cracks being more so just, let's see. Yeah, brown cracks in the ground, leading to streams of lava. It's not a case of, what do you call it? You know how Elementals Reborn has like a volcanic region with dark rock-like substance. No, this one's more of a case of like a canyon with some bits of lava surrounding most of it. This probably doesn't have a volcano, though. It's more so just cracks in the earth that are just kind of there, you know. And why we got some of these that are like this. I guess technically that should be called a cliff rather than a crack. Even though this part isn't a cliff, that's... I don't know what that is. It's definitely not a cliff, though, that's for certain. Alright. Oh, wait, what did I call that crack? That's lava. We might not even need to worry about changing the colors for this one. So, crack. And, of course, the lava right here. These are going to be rocks, so I got to make these look different. I'm probably going to have that be above here, so rocks. Well, what kind of rocks will you find in these territories, eh? I don't know if this is the color, because I had it before, but then I changed it. Yeah, a little bit less. A little bit more. a little bit orange. I guess that's good. Nice orange rock. And I'll have this particular rock be different. Alright, let's see. Let's see. No, that was too pink. I think this one was fine. Kind of. Let's see here. That's rock number 1 and rock number 2. Alright, so far so good. Thankfully, this last part shouldn't take too long. All things considered. And also, all things considered, we don't have to do anything story-wise yet until Sunday comes. So as soon as I'm done with this, I just gotta get these 2 ready to be posted and then save them as drafts. So you'd be unlikely, but if you are the one who sees art time higher than it usually is, and you look at 2 private videos, well, there you go. That's the video you were looking at. If not, well, I guess you just weren't OG enough. Oh yeah, I almost forgot I brought Mepsi down here. And now hiccup. Alright. These mountains I'll make slightly different. Well, technically because they're mountains and whatnot. Now, this area is filled with smoke in the sky, with an orange sky, instead of what it was in the other instance. Technically, the planet they're on has an atmosphere, but it's completely different, and you can see space and all the stars, even in daytime. That's basically the main premise of this particular area. The only time you can barely see most of the stars, you will still see stars here, but you won't be able to see them as well, is when you're in these 2 areas of the planet. I don't remember what this planet was. I don't remember if I even gave it a name. I don't think I gave it a name. Pretty sure we just haven't named it yet. We do know that there are 72 colonies now, I remembered. Alright, I don't know if that's the color I want. I wanted to try to go for a more tropical color, but that wasn't really close. I guess that could work. Yeah, sure. The ocean on this side is a different color. Because why not? The temperament changes. Alright, this one's less of a spire and more of a, I don't know, like a structure of some kind. This is using blackstone. Blackstone. A very special stone that can be found near this area here. Reason why we're not using that too much here is that because we still want to try to have this be a bit more unique from what we have in Elementals Reborn. We don't want to have repeat regions if we can help it, in terms of series. Some regions have to be repeated because of certain aspects that work specifically for regions like that. Alright, so now we need some good old-fashioned orange sky. Shish. How the hell did I... Okay, whatever, it's fine. I'll move the sky downwards. I probably should call the sky 1A and clouds 1A as well. Yeah, there we go. And now we can have sky 1B. So, whoops. This sky here. A little bit more redder. Sky. Oops. Alright, and now for the clouds, which is probably going to be a nice shade of purple and blue. I think this is still the clouds, I believe. Clouds 1B. Did I do the selection change? Ah, I did. Okay. Right now, the selection changes have been done. Now we just gotta get the smoke, the black cloudy smoke up here. And then we just gotta have some embers and fire and whatnot just being shown in the area. So that's our one type of clouds. Just make sure I save that prematurely so I don't forget to save it. And now we want to get another type of cloud. Probably more of a redder magenta look or something, I don't know. Alright, and now there's the other set of clouds. And of course, now we need the stars. But it's probably not going to be as noticeable. I don't know, we'll see. I'll have others dynamic here so that some of the stars aren't as noticeable. You think you can see some of the stars here, right? Zoom. Yeah, you can see some of the stars. And now we just do this, go over to this side of the sky, and then go put stars in there. I'll call this 1B in conjunction to what we have currently. There we go. And now that the stars are in, I gotta save this, which is LSNG. I'll just call it Hotlands for now. Most likely not what that's going to be called. But at the moment, I don't have any name in mind that I want to utilize. So, okay, I'm going to use the clouds here to basically just double as rain colors. Rain. Put color dynamics on. And now I just need to grab everything from this side over here. Do this so that we stick to this side. Don't think we need this right now, but we might in the future. And then we just put rain in there. Probably can't even see it that well, but it's there. Trust me, it's there. Yep, now you can see it. Don't want to go too much into it, but we still need the rain to cover up most of the screen. Alright, so now that that takes care of the coloring process, probably still need to do some stone-based stuff, but let's just focus on trying to shade in and get some of it shown without having to worry about going to the paths here. You know what I mean. The paths, yeah, those things. Alright, so this is the marshlands, meaning that the ground here is going to be a little bit more wet and soil-like, obviously. Not stony, clearly, but it does still have somewhat of a starch increase in terms of, wetness, as opposed to dry stone. Wet soil as opposed to dry stone, I guess, is probably the best way to go about explaining it. With a lot of puddles here. It's probably like this thick puddle. The size of the creature here does not match the size of these. Although I guess if it is that thick, and if you were to put somebody like standing right here, yeah. Although that would mean these things are pretty tall, which I guess technically if we got alien creatures out there, they could be however tall they want. So maybe it is that tall. Maybe it is that tall. Who knows? I know. But I guess we'll just have to try to remember to describe how tall this thing is. Have it just be in a mission briefing if I can remember. I should be able to remember. It might not even be on my mind while I'm writing the story for it. How long have we been at this so far? 20 minutes. 20 minutes we've been at this. And, honestly, I don't think it's going to take us that long. I don't know how long it took for me to get the, what do you call it here, finished. The outlining process. But it didn't take that long. It took long enough to where I wouldn't be able to make another episode because we would be going over time. Which we kind of did go over time because I was reading stuff in Nova Guardians and reminding myself on a few tidbits Now, always good to remind yourself on a few tidbits. Try to figure out, like, what particular things we have in mind for, certain information and whatnot that we don't want to, like, forget that we have and somehow make a contradiction. Always good to do that, just in case. You don't really check those things as much. It's like minute details you sometimes forget. So it's good to want to try to ensure that is not a problem. I don't know. I'm tired still. I'm always tired. But I'm always persevering. Which is good. But not good probably health-wise. Who knows? Alright, now to shade in the sky here. You can see a little bit of the stars a bit. Obviously, some of this top side is going to be bright. And we got clouds up here that probably is going to be a mixture of highlights and shadows. Maybe some midtones. Wrong one. Go to this. There we go. And as for this, maybe a little bit of that. Not too much now, but enough to make it look like it's a bit, or what's the word? A bit more darker. I mean, if the skies here are being kind of like shrouded by, clouds, where you can't even see the sun of this galaxy, and obviously, we're not really going to have too much in the way of, what do you call it? Also, by the by, they're not in the scene right now. Technically speaking, they're kind of like, the whole the floating heads kind of deal in most of those movie poster thingies. That's kind of what that is, just showing these four right here, just going at it head to head, and also showing you the creature of the week, the villain of the week, which is this thing, going on ahead and, just standing in its environment that it resides in. That's essentially what this is right now. This scene isn't actually playing out in the middle of all this. There's no white giant line here. That's, we did do shading and it just doesn't look like it. Or did we? I feel like we did. I don't think we did texture though. But I feel like we did do this shit. Whoops. I almost unpinned something from the taskbar. I don't know what it was, but I right-clicked it, I think. Yeah, I did right-click it. I don't know what I was about to unpin, but I didn't, so yay. And stuff. Anyways, yeah. This is like two separate scenes, except the background all consists of these two areas. Which is something I should try to like get used to doing and just like not worry too much about everything having its own background in these particular types of drawings, in these particular types of series. That's where it's at currently with these two regions that we see us in the episode. These four here, these four in here. Red and blue kind of like coincidentally matches that. And no, there is no foul play. It's legitimately like they didn't know that the shard binders in both areas were completely different. Both areas have similar issues with them. The terrain is kind of like messy. Water slows you down, lava burns you. But lava, at the very least, you want to avoid it at all cost. And I guess maybe water as well. Depending. I mean, the water is not really that deep. But it's still something you'd want to avoid to not catch a cold or something. Although, if you have waterproof shoes, I guess you're kind of good. Lava-proof shoes probably doesn't exist. Although then again, this is the future. With 72 colonized planets and all. You have to imagine there's at least some form of technical advancement to give people some innate immunity to lava via equipment. Even if it is like a small amount of equipment, it still could work. It still works. Still works. Yes, it still works. Now we got the ocean over here. I can't forget about that there warm ocean. And then, of course, the sky here, with some of it up top being lit up brightly. And then the bottom here being shadow and highlight. Oops. Yeah, that makes sense. You can see some of the stars in the back there. And now as for the clouds over here. Alright, not too much I can do with the clouds. And now lastly, the spire. And after that, we texture and do some brushwork. We'll probably start in the marshlands first. That's what we'll be referring to them from now on. You will know what the name is. Current me does not yet. Future me has, well, I guess past me will have already came up with names while I'm writing up the thing. But the past me doesn't know. God, the time frames for recordings is so... Why is it so confusing? It does not confusing at all. And yet I can barely wrap my head around it sometimes. Okay. Now we got the ground, which in this instance is going to be a double texture mixture for the ground. You'll see in a minute. It's going to have this. Also, I should check to see if I have... Oh yeah, no, it's just this area. Wait, it's that area that we didn't even Okay, hold on. How could I forget? How could I forget you? You fool. Well, this is not necessarily a hill. This is more so just a slope. Which I guess leads up to a hill. So I guess technically speaking, this is still a hill. So, Jesus. Anyways, yes. We are now going to get this hill here in. And get a little bit of the ground here dealt with. Tiny bit of it. Might have to adjust the hills up there in a minute, but it's fine. And the hill. And the other hill. And this one. Although I don't think these are going to have the things. These might have a different double texture going on for them. And then there's this, which I guess technically still needs it. Because it is a part of the ground. Just a different part. Alright, now, well, look, I will use the cracked texture for that. Now, this is what I mean. Although I don't know how it's going to look if it's at 10, so we'll see. We'll see. I'll put this at 5, actually, for this point. So essentially, these ripples here are supposed to act as water drops. What the... Ah, damn it. You are not supposed to be a capital I. Whoops. Alright, I'll even get this top side as well, because why not? And then the hill here. And then the other hill here. And then this hill here. And, of course, this ground over here. But let's not forget about the water, which this one could probably be at 10 for now. And I probably also need to make the water a bit brighter again. There's our ocean, which can probably stay as dark as it is. And now I just gotta once over this and make it a bit lighter colored. Okay, there we go. Now I want to go on ahead and adjust the hillside here a bit. With okay, maybe not that much, just a tiny bit. With a little bit of this stuff here. Filling in all of this. Every single one of it. Like so. And the rocks. Can't forget about the rocks. Get that shite done. And then, of course, the sky. Which might be a bit tricky because we don't exactly have too much going for the sky here. I guess I'll bring this to 5 and make this 250. Then I'll go up to the clouds up here. Get those dealt with. And now for this one. This one's going to be more crag-like. Cracked. Yes, we're going to crack the ground here. Like so. Not clue how much of this I have to crack. I just know that I need to crack a lot of it. And while I'm here, I might as well crack some of the rocks. Just some of them, like so. Are you part of the same rock? Yes, you are. Good. Great. And we got some mountainside. Oh, wait, I forgot about you. I'll crack you as well, but I'll also give you a spire. I'll also crack and spire you as well. Well, spire. I forgot what I called that texture. I'll have to look that up after I'm done with this. Alright, what is this texture called? Rock texture brush. Right, of course. I guess, yeah, that technically makes sense. It's like the perfect rock texture for things like this. I'm sure I can come up with more textures in that department. I always say that, but I never do. I never do come up with any. I'm so damn busy with a whole bunch of stuff that I barely have any time to just try new things with this. If I'm going to try new things, I gotta test it out in the drawing and not just by itself. Because if I don't test it out in the drawing, I'm never going to know if it works the way I think it's going to work. And then we just end up with something that doesn't look as good. Wait a minute. I just realized something. This probably doesn't... Yeah, no, just... Like this looks good as we think it does. Whoops. Let's do that. Because technically speaking, this should be more so like here. With that, like right here. And I guess this is technically supposed to be like that. And this, no, is like this. Yeah, that makes more sense, really, when you get raw down to it. I guess I just need to go into lava here. Delete the bits that we don't want. Like so. Probably can't even tell that much apart. Go into here and just grab you. And just do this. And this. I think that's all. Don't know if there's anything more here I'm missing. Now, of course, the cracked. Gotta get that crack in there. And then the cracked crag rock texture for the other cracks. And then the other texture... Oh, that's the same layer. The other texture's over here as well. Whoops. Now for the hill. There's some cracked areas I still forgot to do, but that's fine. I can get to it now. Now the ground. Crack that up. And now the water. I completely past what I'm supposed to go to. Here we go. Or ocean, I should say. Same thing, different name. Well, same material. Named differently. Called it the ocean. Didn't call it water. This is water. Although that should technically be puddle, but I guess that one isn't. Wait a minute. Is that too high up? Yeah, you seem too high up. So what I'm going to do is this instead. There we go. And now let's just get rid of some of the lava here. Alright, let's see. Lava. And more lava. We're not using the new technique that I have discovered. At least not yet. If I'm going to use that technique, I'm going to need to acquire my brushes. The swatch that I had long ago. Plus, that's a technique that's going to require a lot more, practice to work with. So it's going to take some time before we can get to that. Okay, maybe we don't want it to be red. I think that's all the texture. Wait a minute. There's, I guess, technically one more texture in the back here in the sky. We are getting close to done. 30, or close to 40 minutes in, actually. Consumption. Alright, so we have the swatch open for the wetlands, or marshlands. Well, first things first, we need rocks. So I guess I'm gonna go on ahead and get some rocks in here. I really should just adjust this particular texture, or the particular rock that I've been using, and have it made primarily for rock-based stuff. This was made for asteroids, and I had barely used it for asteroids. I've been only using this for literally just better rocks than what I had before. The rocks I had prior were just not as good. Let's bring that to 40. Yeah, I gotta make many adjustments still. I only got one type of rock here. Guess I'll have two of these then. No, you fool. Go to the ground. And above ground 1B as well, just in case. Rocks. Some rocks in the water. Also, maybe reduce the scatter a bit, so that this stays a bit more confined to what I need it to be. Yeah, also, let's just make sure that we don't have any rocks accidentally coming into the area over there. Alright, I'll make this be 40, so we get some bigger rocks coming in this area. I don't think these rocks are going to be a problem, right? Yeah, nothing has gotten in the way there, thankfully, so that's good. Oh, shish. Again, we do not want these rocks peering into that side. Wait a minute, what? Huh? Wait, did I make that line? What's wrong with this line? Why is that? Oh, because it's 90 when it should be 100. Why did I make it 90? There's no reason for me to make it 90. I guess something stupid happened. I have to take a wild guess. And, now we fixed it. Yep, no, we don't want to have any of that be transparent. It needs to be opaque. Because if it's not opaque, there's going to be issues. Alright, so... Oh yeah, the hills. Technically that makes sense. Due to where that's at. But then again, why do I need the hills up here anymore? I'll just put the hills beneath the rocks. And then this can be 5. Why not? Just more rocks and whatnot. Alright, so we got some rocks there, but now I want to get some actual plant life. Not too much, though. Let's see, grass. We want at least a few bits of grass here and there. Okay, this one probably should be like 70 now. I mean, yeah, the soil here is green. Compared to most areas on this planet, yeah, the soil here being green is definitely interesting. Whoops. Alright, so there's that. You might want to have different colors for the bush. So what I'm going to do is make it a bit more dull-colored bushes. So now we just got to put some bush in here. But where do I want the bush? That's the question. I guess we could probably have one like right here or something. And you know what? I feel like we can have... Actually, yeah, wait, no, hold on. I got a better idea. Yeah, this one. I'll use this one for the bush. This is an interesting, brush to utilize for a bush. But I can see it working. Actually, as a matter of fact, because this is literally just the dead bush brush. This looks like it would make perfect coral brush as well. And also for just general, barren landscape kind of deals here. Huh, that's good. We've learned another new bush technique with a brush that we have already had. Good, great, fantastic. Alright, so I'm going to get some more of these bushes in here. Cover up some of the landscape over here, like so. And of course, this. Right. I need to adjust this a bit. So it looks like it's not combined. It looks like it's yeah, no, combined. I was right. Like it's connected. Oh, I was there. I don't know why I didn't press something out. Whatever. You didn't see what happened because you didn't see the windows and me screwing up there. Did I mention that my keyboard lights are working again? I don't know why it just all of a sudden decided to just start working now. Oh, wait a minute. This is not... the grass needs to be... Right, of course. The grass needs to be above the water. How could I forget? That's why that part looked a bit off. Well, this part just looked off a bit. The other parts... I guess it depends. I gotta say, I like that look for the bush, though. Alright, I want to get another one in here. But right over here. Is this behind the rock? It is. It is behind the rock. The rock is in a different spot than I thought it was. Guess I'm going to just have to delete some of the bushes here, which is fine. And one more. And fill that out. And of course... Shade it in now, shading and shading. Isn't that right, my shade-a-lade? Who's just licking her crotch with her leg in the air, licking crotch. And it's just doing it nonchalantly. Now she's licking her tail with her eyes open too. And now she gives me the side eye while she licks her foot. The top side. And now she's licking her leg. Anyways. I think that's good for the bush part. We got some bushes here and there. Save the marshland swatch again. Yep. And now let's open up the hotlands. First things first. I need to get rocks.
So we gotta go on and get some rocks. We might want to use a different type of rock for this one, because why not? What kind of rock do we have? Long, bulbous, and regular. I guess we can use long then. Make that dynamic not that big. Change this, change that. Alright, where the hell are we? I need to go to this ground. Okay, so how do I want to do this? The cracks. I guess we want to kind of have the rocks just be right here, so let's do 50. I don't want the things to be too much. Well, actually, if we're behind the cracks, then it doesn't really matter. Provided we don't go into the ocean, which I have a funny feeling we're about to go into the ocean. I think, no, we just went to the ocean now fully. Oh, wait, that one I can just delete. And we got just little bits of rock pieces over here, covering up most of the land, looking like it's an ember landscape, kind of. Almost. Not exactly, but close. Now I want the rocks to be a little bit more shaded in. Get that stuff shaded and dealt with. And of course, I gotta get the top side here too. So let's see. Rocks 1B. Well, we should probably get some small bits in there as well, actually. Well, that one's fine. This one's underneath everything, so it shouldn't really matter too much. This one, on the other hand, we don't want to frick up. So we're just going to do that, and we're going to go down to here with these little bits of rocks here. Put it at 10 again. 10 looked kind of perfect. It's like the perfect kind of appearance for these particular types of rocks. Big rocks with the small rocks and all the others and whatnot. Making it look like the land here is glistening with fire, but it's really just shiny rocks. All it is just shiny rocks. And then we probably got like 5s here. So that it's still shiny, but it's, you know, you see some of the actual full-on rocks there. And just, the land here glistens with fire shiny rocks, with shiny flaming rocks. Yep. That's literally the best way I can describe this. It's just shiny flaming rocks. We need to do the same to the top rocks as well. So let's just go ahead and do the same to the top rocks as well. And not go too far in the shading department here. Just stick with the, what do you call it? Although I guess we probably could have just kept everything inwards in a certain way. In a certain way, you may ask yourself. Okay, alright, let's see. Whoopses. So we got rocks here. And these like so. I guess for this one, we're not really going to have too much in the way of actual, what do you call it, rocks. So what I'm going to do is keep the scatter. Wait. Oh man, it's not doing the other axis. It says both axes, but I thought it was going to be left and right. I guess it's more up and down, which is not really what you want. Not what you want at all. Let's see. Shape dynamic shouldn't be that small. We'll have it like 50, 99. Now we're getting crystals in here. Because why not? Crystals. That is not how you spell crystals.
The crystals. Of course. And that's in the wrong spot again. Wait a minute. That needs to be 100, and we want some other dynamics, so we have some translucent crystals here, taking up most of the landscape. Not too much, though. Crystal clusters, surrounded by most of the area here. Crystals. Figure out a way to surpass all these creatures and grab these crystals. You can get some cool-looking glass. Oh, that should probably be above all that stuff. Land filled with crystals. A lot of crystals everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but some areas. And we're also going to get some, some type of bush in here. Okay, let's not go behind the rock, shall we? Get some crystals near the shoreline. Some crystals on top of this. Some crystals along the lines here. Crystals here. Crystals there. Not too much crystals now. Just enough to give it that nice look. That nice new crystal look. Looks like that crystal over there worth a ton of money. Are you ballsy enough and stupid enough to risk your life to go inside of this region with a bunch of dangerous territorial animal creatures, alien creatures? They're animals, technically. To get them crystals, to mine them crystals? Probably not. Probably going to die on the first minute. I would have to take a wild guess. But no, these crystals are definitely something, though. Nice looking red crystals. Or like salt crystals or something. Now you can smelt down and turn it into glass as well. Ah, edible glass. It literally is just, you cook the salt crystals. Instead of grinding it up and turning it into salt, you just go on ahead, smelt that up, and you got edible glass. Although, I'm not sure. Smelting salt. Smelting salt. You're just telling me smelling salt, but smelting salt. You smelt salt? Okay, I guess smelting is a Minecraft term, apparently. Right, smelt. Well, that's a fish, apparently. But there's smelting here. Smelting salt. No, you just keep saying smelling now. Can you cook salt crystals? Or what happens when you cook salt rocks or something? I don't know. My brain is thinking it's going to turn into crystals when that clearly is not how that works. Or glass, I mean, when clearly that's not how that works. Unless there are some crystal-like substance that can turn into glass. I'm not sure. We're going down a dumb hole over here when we got to focus on doing other things right now, which is, where is it? Yeah, here it is. Which is getting some bushes made. Bush. I could probably put this bush above this rock, I think. Yeah. This is using the same one, right? Yeah, okay, good. Good, great. Now this is a good test for this department to see how well that looks. The other one works kind of perfectly because of the greens and that making it look like unique looking bush. This one, oh, hard to tell. Looks like something, that's for certain. Oh, that's the same rock, so then I want you here. I guess I forgot that rock is still technically part of that one. I guess I probably also want you here as well, but maybe at like 80. And as for this rock, all the way down here, bush, 1B. You stay at the... Oops, don't want the bush to go in the cracks now. Even though it probably could still work growing there if the roots have it like in a very specific spot. And now, aside from bush, there's some cactuses that we probably can make using the coral texture. I realized something. The coral texture could also be good for cactus-based stuff. So I'm going to make some cacti. Maybe not that bright. And a little bit over here. And some of the smaller ones. Make this at smaller length and have that light right here. Cacti number 1. Cacti number 2. Alright, let's see. Can we get another cactus in here? Yeah, it's too bulbous. We already got a cactus there, technically. This thing right over here. I could probably just have these just in the back over here. Oh, wait, no. I think this one was more so just supposed to look like a little cactus spire, kind of. Which means I probably need to have something in the back here to make it look like there's a bunch of cactuses in it. So we'll just put some more of these, but at a much smaller rate. I mean, not that small, like 30. Sure, why not? Mostly filled with dead bushes, crystals, rocks, and some form of cacti. As well as lava cracks. It's kind of a, you know... Well, it's hot lands, wet lands, it's 2 different types of lands. Mine is probably a volcano. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Cadillac. We need to get some embers now. So what I'm going to do is just do embers. And we're going to have... Oh, wrong one. We're going to take this entire area here, do this. And we're probably just going to use the red and the orange here, pre-existing, to give us our embers. There you are. Go on ahead and make that this. Scatter as high as it can be. That's as high as that can be. So now we just get some embers in here. Taking up most of the top side here. Taking up some of the sides here. Definitely get some embers coming out of this pile. And then we're going to have to do some shadows next after this, because I think we got everything in the background kind of where we want it to be. Minus some rock work, obviously. But don't you worry, that's not too difficult to deal with. All I gotta do is go to the rocks, and well, some of them. This one I'll try to do a little bit more work in, but this is the one that we didn't really do much with the rocks. We're up there. Ah, frick, I missed it. I clicked on it, but then I clicked out of it. Hold on, where is it? Where is it? There you are. Get over here, you fool. I gotta get some of these rocks shaded a little bit more, unless this is a different rock. Nope, this is the rocks we're looking for. Okay. Good. Great. Now I just gotta save the hot land swatch. and then replace this with something else. I need the fog now. Now the fog's going to be interesting. Trying to figure out how that's going to work. But I think I can manage. Let's try to revert everything back to where it needs to be. And now for the important part. Hold on. Stupidity occurred as I forgot to deselect. So we didn't do shit. It's fine. Should have noticed. Somehow didn't. There. Fixed. Alright, good, great, fantastic. I'm gonna go on ahead all the way up here. Shadows. The characters here basically have their own shadow. Oh, this line is kind of getting in the way, so zoop, zoop. Do I want you to be shown there? I guess because the thing, yeah, I guess it doesn't exactly matter too much. We just gotta not do any shading near this stupid line and we'll be fine. Alright, so we'll just do bits and pieces of shading here in the area that matters the most. Try not to do, or shadowing. Try not to do too much shadows now. Yeah, this is 10 and 30, so this is good. Shadow underneath here, some shadow underneath here and in here. Again, in here, underneath here. Oh yeah, no one underneath there actually. The shadow shouldn't take too long. At least we try to keep it at a relatively decent pace. Try and go as quickly and as efficiently as we can. And of course after that, the shadows in the background shouldn't take too long either. Just a little bit of that. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Alright, now for Vanessa's group. Try to do as much as we can in a few areas that matter. Try not to linger too long on certain parts if we don't need to. The idea here is that there's going to be light up top, so I'm going to have the shadow kind of, even though they're not in the scene, I'm still going to have the shadow kind of like work with the lights up top as best as I can and with what space I possess. Just a little bit, not too much there. Except for the lighting down here, of course. Because again, they're not technically in the scene. They're in a separate scene, but they are somewhat going to, take part with the light here that you're going to see soon enough. Oh yeah, and Shikama's attack spiral. A little bit there, but not too much. I guess that one's going to be a little bit tricky to work with, so I guess we'll just work around it. I guess provided we just delete the parts that we don't want to have covered with the attack of the scythe. Although I might want to try to delete some of the attack bits near Shikama's face. Yeah, it's going to be a bit difficult with this damn attack spire. But we can do it. It's fine. Alright, now for Kihana's group, which is easy enough. Let's try to increase it a bit here.
Try to get some of the shadows here to work with this. Try to do this. Alright, let's see. Now we get the pants, the legs down here, the shoes. Whoops, I meant to zoom in a bit more there. Alright, now for Nomura. Shadow bits here, shadow bits down there, bits of shadows here, covering most of your hand here, most of this, most of that. Shadows, but where the pants are for Jean up there. Shadows for the robe. And then there's you. Shadows. Shadows as well is here. And the knuckles. Can't forget them knuckle daggers. Golden knuckles, giving you the ability to punch with style, I guess. I don't know. Trying to not go too much into Nomura as we give shadows to Jean's body as best as we can. And of course Aqua. I'll just try to go in the opposite direction, from bottom to top instead of face to everywhere else. Cover up this. And now the face. Some of the hat. And then some of that. Alright, and now there's you. So I gotta be careful not to get too close to the lines here, because the lines are going to get somewhat shaded in regardless. We can't really avoid that, but we can do something with it. I mean, there's definitely more that we can do with the line here. This line has potential. And for us to be able to work with it, we need to get some effects happening here. I have an idea on what I want to do with the effects. One side's probably going to be fire, the other side's probably going to be a little bit of water. Also, this probably shouldn't be too shadowed in. Actually, anything with the, bits and pieces and the things, arm shouldn't really be shadowed in. So we're going to try to avoid that as much as possible. In the areas that we can avoid it, at least. Trying to avoid shading in your line here as best as I can, but my god, is it hard to do. Especially considering the fact that this line is literally a part of everything. Like right here, for instance, this is not supposed to be shaded. At least it looked like that was shaded in. No way to know for sure. Alright, well, now we just go on in and just remove all the potential shadings and lines that we don't want. Like, for instance, the lines here, even though some of it doesn't exactly matter too much. And then the idea that I had, which was to reduce the attack around Shikama's face. Just to show off his face more. There we go. Yeah, sure, why not? Good. Good aid. Fantastic. Bring that back to you. And, of course, now we gotta do the shadows in the rest of the area down here. Alright, let's see. Whoops. Alright, so there's not too much shadows here that we need to do. The land's filled with barely any shadow-based stuff. I mean, I guess some of the bushes, kind of. Some of the hillsides as well as some of the stuff here and some stuff here. And the spire. Can't forget about that spire. And of course this, although some of it isn't going to be too noticeable because of the, what do you call it, the lava. I don't know what time of day it is this one is currently.
For some reason, our concept of time in this universe isn't really being kept up with like normally as it should be. A week passed since the first episode, and we accidentally had a slip-up saying 2 weeks had passed since the attack. But that's not true, because technically it's 1 week, because the first mission they went on was 1 day after the slime tongue attack. So that I fixed that, thankfully. But yeah, that was a mistake. There's probably more mistakes there that I didn't catch. That I can definitely still fix, though. What you want? You want your cat? Because I'm gonna get a drink. How long have we been at this so far? Over an hour. Yeah, I figured as much. Alright, so I need 1 for water and 1 for fire. And now this one's pretty easy, because all I really need to do is just grab one entire side, like so, and just do this. And I just go over the line, like so. Underneath it, and I'm going to do, whoops, water, which is above you. Although you are not supposed to be like that, I guess some of it's fine. Although not all of it's fine, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to get rid of it. Stay in the line now, son. Stay in the line. We need you to stay in the line. Alright, good, great. Alright, fantastic. So now that that's been taken care of, we just need to do a little bit of... Well, it probably should be a bit brighter. Damn it. I really wish you would stop grabbing the top like that. Now let's see, what does vivid lighting look like? A bit too yellow. What about you? Well, we could probably adjust it by changing the hue up a bit. So we could probably do that. Keep vivid lighting where we can change up the hue. Change the hue and brightness maybe, just to see how big of a difference it makes. Have a little bit of it shown like so. That would be you, right? Yep. Alright, brightness. Saturation. That didn't do anything. 30% less saturation. That makes it look more golden. That makes it look more red. Or blue, I mean. God damn it. Fucking Christ. Alright, that's fine. Colorize. Oh. No, we don't want colorize. Yeah, that's the master and there's all, yeah. There we go. I guess. Probably gonna have some glow and whatnot. Now for the fire, with this one we only just need to inverse and that should be fine. Two sides of the same coin. Two different creatures, one of which is a subspecies that's considered an A rank, the other which is a C rank. The one that is most commonly known to the particular type of creature it is. But that makes sense. Considering the complete different area it is. I mean, it's near the ocean. You see, both of these are near the ocean. Now, for a second there, I was looking at this like, wait, where the fuck's the ocean? Where's the ocean? Oh no, the ocean is that, right. You almost look like just... I should probably make that one look a bit different. Yeah, no. Vivid lighting you just makes this look like it's that. So I guess what I could do here is have a fire glow and have it be a brighter overlay. How bright, you may ask? Well, about maybe this bright. Don't know why I did it like that, because that doesn't work. Two different types of creatures right over here. Same creature, different subspecies. This one's probably got to be a bit brighter as well. Same thing, overlay, revert back to this. You get to see the creatures a bit more and brighter. It's fire and water. Two opposites. One's a bit more powerful, obviously. The other one, I guess, still powerful, but in a different way. Right, cat? Right? You're just gonna scoff and look at me?
Meow.
There we go, that's what I was looking for.
Meow.
Alright, now I need some embers, because I want to have some embers coming off the side of this thing's, what do you call it? Literally, most of this is kind of where it's at, right? Are you just gonna look at me? You're not gonna meow again? Alright, let's see. Embers coming off the side here, which makes sense. That's not the side, you fool. It's fine. It's fine. I'll do this. Which should still be accurate, if not slightly different, but more, yeah, that looks like it's more inwards. We'll have ember fires here. Try to stick that to the side as best as we can. And now on the other side, this one's easy. And then we've got the bubbles, which is going to be slightly different. Or not, depends on what this is going to look like. Add 20 as well, and just have bubbles coming out the side here. This one's, oh, yeah, it is. I can barely see the damn bubbles. That's why you can't see the fucking bubbles, you idiot, you moron. Inverse. I forgot about that tidbit. Okay. Alright. I should try to delete some of it around its face. On both sides. So that the face is clear. But you see the bubbles. Probably needs to be like overlay or something. Yeah, overlay. And the embers, maybe also overlay. Doesn't make it look like it's two eyes, so yeah, we'll use that. Okay, good. Whoops. Great. Alright, so now that's been taken care of. At least some of this. I feel like I should change the line a bit here, so let's see. Lightness, high. Saturation, keep it at 0. Just high brightness. All I can't have is be vivid lighting, right? Oh, the brightness is so high now that it wouldn't really matter. Alright, so now that that takes care of that department, we need to do the fog, which we're going to have one that's going to be just the general color. Which is probably going to be like, I don't know, pink, purple, light purple. Yeah, I guess light purple works. And then the iron binder, this is how this is going to work. Same deal. We just grab all of this again. I'll work on this side first because this is probably going to be easier. Okay, so I guess it doesn't matter where this goes because it's technically going to be in the same fog department. So I need a nice blue, green, teal, whatever color I need for this side. How about this shade? I mean, it's close, but it's not enough blue. I think we could probably still use that, but I like the dark fog here. Alright, now revert back to here real quick. Poke. Now I gotta do fog over here, which might need to be a more reddish color. Oh yeah, no, that works. That kind of works perfectly. Alright, now that we've got that and you, we gotta just go to the areas that is going to be a bit more further inwards. So let's see. That's where those grounds are, that's where the hills are, and that's where these hills are. Technically, don't know what it... Wait, where is that? You know what, I guess that one's fine. We can have the fog for this one be here. This one's probably going to be green now. Reverse, you fool. Is it that green, or do we want this green? Or do we want it to be light blue? But, I'm not sure. Dark blue? No. This shade of blue? Nah. I like the green. So I gotta figure out which green I want. It's either this one or this one. Wow, I can barely tell the difference for some reason. Well, that one seems a little bit more brighter. A tiny bit brighter, so I'll stick with this one. Alright, now reverse to the mountainside where the cactuses are. And all the crystals are at, apparently. Okay, I guess the crystals are fine. This one should probably have like yellow-esque, maybe. Maybe red? Or magenta? I kind of like the orange look, though. That's not dark enough. How about this one? And not that either. Pink? Nah. This one? No. How about this shade of yellow? How about blue? Nope. And don't know why I bothered. Another one of these oranges? Or maybe just a brighter red? No, too red makes it look odd. Is there another orange here that we have we can use? I'm going to try to like change up orange here. I guess that's kind of what we want. Because that's similar to this. That one's brighter, that one's not as bright. I do like the brighter one better, actually. So we'll keep the brighter one. Alright, I think that's all the fog there done with. I'm not sure if I'm missing anything here. Probably am. Alright, now that that's been taken care of, it's time for us to do just, I don't know, sun rays. Even though there's no sun amongst all these clouds, we're still going to have some form of sun ray. So let's see. No, 10 for 10. I was thinking maybe purple would work. I'm not sure. I feel like this one has to be like a combination of blue and orange. So wait, if we hold on, if we do that, then I need to stick with this. So sun rays. But is this the sun rays that I want here, or do I want this to be more of a nice eggshell blue color? And then we switch over and over to this, so we don't have to keep switching the, what do you call it? Switch on over to this now and make the sun light. Overlay, switch to this, do a little bit of this, and switch to this color. Now switch to this side. Alright, good. Great. Now for the sun particles, which means I gotta do this, inverse, now this. Delete some of it off of the faces just in case. And now for the sun flares, unless this one got fucked up. Nope, it's fine. Make this one be a vivid lighting. Maybe go in so we can see it at work better here. Delete some of it so we don't have to keep inverting. And now we just V. Oh, V cuts. Or V moves, never mind. And same old, just delete it off the faces that need to be deleted off of. And that takes care of the sun-based stuff. Now that that's been taken care of, all I need to do is the shadow rays, then the effects. And lure the cat over here because he's messing around with stuff back there. Meow. They're just gonna look at me with them scoffed eyes. Alright, let's see. So I gotta go in more for this one. Get a little bit more of this here. Shadows on these characters here, who aren't being shown as much in the light. And also they are small for a reason, because they are literally just a supporting cast. They're not the main ones here, but they are shown. They are important. They do have some vague importance just to showcase Arya's group as one of the side characters. They're like the C team, I guess you would probably call them, despite Arya's name starting with A. They do have a purpose. Don't worry. They do have a purpose. It's just that they don't have as big of a purpose as Vanessa's group and, to a somewhat lesser extent, Kihana's group. Because obviously this group here is important because it's the main cast that we are following. It's the main bunch of characters we are following, and these are just the side characters who are along for the ride. Other guys just along for the ride. Alright, now for you, get some shadow rays in on you. Some for the tail, and some for the other parts. Yeah, it's like an amphibian, reptilian, alien creature that resides close to the shores. It has an affinity for iron, i.e., its name being Iron Binder. It's like it's able to utilize iron to some extent, raw iron, that's located around the surface of the planet. Okay, there's not too many shadow rays I can put here, so I gotta just work on this side now. There's not too many shadow rays I could put here either. I guess it is what it is. I mean, yeah, there is these spires here. Can't forget about them. These spires are so goddamn forgettable. They're just giant landmarks That's what they are, giant landmarks. Right, cat? Alright, we're in the effects portion now, which is going to be a little bit interesting. Because now we gotta adjust all the sides differently. They're gonna have different colors. It's similar to what I did with that Shinra and Asta drawing not too long ago. Well, I guess technically speaking, it was a bit ago. I don't know when that was. What episode was that again, you may ask? Well, let's find out. I'm gonna go to my really, cat? Really? I'm gonna view my full playlist. Okay, good. And I'm gonna scroll all the way down and see what episode that was. Damn, episode 63? That was a decent bit ago. Since we're on episode 80 right now. Alright, let's see. So here's our blue. Here's our blue. And you'll see that this will be a bit confusing. I feel like I need to... I feel like I still need to do this so I don't have it just mesh with the other area. It's fine. It's fine. We get a cool dual cover with two difference. We got the blue team over here and the red team over there. Red team wins, though. Well, I mean, if you're talking about the Team Fortress 2 standards with the meet the characters thing, the red team always seems to be winning, if I remember correctly. Why is that? Who knows why. Yep. I'm not sure how this is going to work with these two. I guess we might have to have some that are just combined into certain areas. So make them maybe a light purple or something. Light purple could work. Let's get some more brightness here. We're probably going to have more light purple with the characters here, just so that they have a little bit more light happening on them. Probably going to delete some of the teal off of their faces at least, so that their faces aren't too shrouded. Some green area here to showcase the marshland-esque appearance that this landscape has before it. And maybe some pink areas here as well. Yeah, just a nice light coming down onto the land. Most of it, at least. And a nice light pink area surrounding most of this so it looks like it's brighter. Alright, let's work on the other side for a bit until I come up with something I need more for the other side. Alright, so now we got some orange areas that I want to have take up most of this to give it a more, I don't know, sunset-esque vibe. Light, orange area. To get that cool sunset look on them. The area looks like it's in perpetual sunset state. Yeah, we should probably get some some orange down here to show off the lava. Alright, what else? Some magenta might look cool. Depends on what the magenta is going to look like. I guess... Nah. How about some of these crystals glow? Nah. Maybe no magenta. Maybe some just pink areas. Yeah, sure, why not? Pink areas. And have a little bit more of the land lit up from the pink. I guess just a little bit. Alright, let's see. yellow area. Yeah, some yellow area back here. To have some of this area be brighter. And maybe a little bit here, but not too much. I like that look, actually. Don't need anything more there. Alright, now some light, purple area, which theoretically will be going over... Fucking Christ, I said 30, you fool. Which theoretically should be going over most of the characters here. You might not be able to see it that well, but the idea here is that it goes over the characters and gives them just enough brightness to show them as the main subject here. And as for you, I guess technically you don't really need it, but I'm going to still give it to you anyways. And have it a little bit of light purple just be where the light is. Covers up a lot of it, but it's not too in the way. Alright, now here's what I have been wanting to test out for a bit now. Oh yes, I've been waiting for this, because I think the effects part is now finished. Now it's for the sepia part. So this one's going to be a bit different, because of the fact that I can't just have it be a stark difference. Although I say that, but I still have the white line here. That's actually kind of perfectly hiding most of it. Except for the blue. Yeah, the blue is, it's not really hiding that too well. But that's fine. It's fine because I could probably just go on ahead, do this. And maybe just get rid of some of the blue. Yeah, some of the blue. Some of it. Basically just get rid of any of the areas here inside the lines that's causing this to have its little problem here. Yeah. What does that look like now? There's still blues here. What the hell blue am I looking at then? Well, it's not that. Is it the sunlight? Is that really it? No. No, that can't be it. Although it is somewhat contributing to it. The sun... Oh, it's the sun rays. Of course. And a little bit more of the sunlight now. I literally should just do this. Any of the lines here that aren't being fully utilized in any way, shape, or form, we just delete it off this line here, just this line. Although it's going to look weird with this part kind of gone for most of the characters, but I guess we'll have to just look and see what that's going to do. We just don't want this line to get over-fluxed with most stuff. Light purple here takes over most of it. Now, what about this? Is there anything here that's an ish? I can't tell. Doesn't seem like that's that big of an issue, thankfully. Like if I zoom in enough, it doesn't seem like it's a huge issue. Maybe a tiny bit of orange somehow seeped through? Is that what I'm seeing? No, I don't know. I think I'm just seeing things here. I think I'm just seeing things here. Maybe it's pink. I don't know. Is that pink? Probably not pink. I think I'm just seeing things. It looks fine. Surprisingly, might I add. Alright, now for the sepia. Okay, now that we just went through that little fix there, it's time for the sepia. So this one's going to be a bit challenging. I don't want it to be too dark there. Green. So I think I like that for this side. How about this side? What was that color again? Ah, shit. Well, I guess we're just gonna... Oh, wait, no, that one looks better. Okay, so that's what we're gonna use for this. And I'm gonna go on ahead, switch this over. I'm gonna cover up the entire side here, like so. but try not to... Yeah, I guess what we're going to have to do is just perform a balancing act between the two areas. So that helps that out. And now we want to have some of the characters here be a bit lighter. Or, blue. So blue team side brighter. But how bright is the question? And then red team side, which probably should be like, I don't know, a pinkish color. Can't tell the difference. How about this one? Seems a bit too dark. How about this one? No, that also seems a bit too dark. Do I have a brighter color here to work with? Can't tell. It looks like it just blends in with what I have. It does look like it's blending in with what I have. Do I have a brighter red here to work with? Maybe. It doesn't look like I have a brighter pink, at least. Light purple? No. No as well. Yellow? No. I think the closest we got really was just this, which is not that noticeable, but it does have some significant differences, which make that side look brighter. And I think this side here can probably be pink. Is that the bright pink I want? No, this might be the bright pink I want. Pink for the sake of being pink, but not too much pink. Now that's what we call different colors. There might be a few things here that I want to do, though, like maybe remove some pink from your face so it's not too bright. Also, is that my... No, that's not my screen. Unless that is not my screen, and I am seeing some weird lines here. Oh, no, that's a shadow rays. Wait, hold on. The shadow rays are going too far into her face. Probably a bunch of other people's faces, too. Let me adjust that. I think we're pretty much done with everything else. I'm just going to adjust some shadow ray stuff. Yep, shadow rays are taking up too much of the face. Try to adjust that as much as we can. That the characters' faces aren't completely and utterly distraught with shadow rays. I don't think any of your guys' faces are distraught with shadow rays. You got light rays in your face, just as you do as well. But that's fine. Alright. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all there is to that. Jesus Christ, this thing is having a conniption trying to load in all these freaking layers. I have no clue how many layers that I have here. I mean, we got so many characters here. So many layers. It's insane just how many layers we have. Am I right, Cat? You're just going to look at me with squinty eyes. Well, I think that's all there is to this one, folks. There we go. The 5th episode of Nova Guardians. With effects, without effects. With effects, without effects. Huge difference. Huge difference indeed. So yes, go on ahead, check out Nova Guardians. It's out right now on my DeviantArt. And get one more drink before I close this off. So, yep. There we have it, folks. Anyways, thank you all for watching today's episode of Art Time. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe for more, check out that there playlist, and of course, previous episode of Art Time right over here, and what should be now the potential season finale of Minecraft ROTC Edition. I was wrong the last time, but this might not be finale. Who knows? Anyways, thank you all for watching. I will see you all in the next episode. Later.